Hey y'all, and welcome back. So I did just do a dry run and beat it first try. Shockingly enough. So let's get Yukiko and Teddy up a little. Let's re-equip. Let's see. Give you the Gust Vow. We're going to keep the Mage Mark on Yukiko. And we're going to give you a Snow Vow. Search for Naoto. Now, it was a very tight fight, and I am certainly underleveled for this. Shadow Naoto is level 55. Yosuke is over 10 levels lower. And the rest of the party are only slightly higher than 10 levels lower. But it is possible, and I'm only grinding until it's just possible. And this is just possible, so no grinding for me. Surprisingly enough. Might take me a few tries, but I mean, I'll take it.
Ah, it's about time you arrived. Dealing with this child has been quite a pain.
No, don't go!
It's useless speaking with you. I need to go back now.
Why? Why are you leaving me here? Why am I always left alone? It's so lonely. I don't want to be alone.
Naoto-kun.
You wear the same face as me. It's as if you're implying we're one and the same.
Because you
But
are.
the difference between me and you is... Why delude yourself? I am you. These childish gestures are no mere affectation. They're the truth. The fools all say it, don't they? You're only a child. Keep out of our business, kid, and so forth. No matter how many cases you spend hours cogitating over, no matter how many crimes you solve, you're a child in their eyes. It's your brain they're interested in, the gray matter locked up in that skull. As long as they need it, you're an ace detective. But once you're done, it's back to the playpen with you. You haven't the means to deal with society's two-faced nature. You're just a lonely child.
Naoto.
I want to be a grown-up. I want to be a big boy right now. Then they'll see who I am. I want a reason for me to stay.
That's enough. I can find my own reason for living. Ha! I'm telling you that's impossible. You are but a child. How can you change that essential truth? Stop it! At your core, you admire the sort of strong and cool men who populate detective fiction. But in trying to emulate them, you must know that in truth, you're nothing of the sort. You're a child. There's no avoiding first principles. Admit that you're a child, and admit that there's nothing you can do about it.
Think we should put some duct tape
Now
over
then,
Naoto's mouth?
Our analysis is complete. Let us begin the body alteration procedure. You have no objections, do you, Naoto Shirogane? Stop it!
Don't say those
Naoto.
words.
Such a cool, manly name. But a name doesn't change the truth. It doesn't let you cross the barrier between the sexes. How could you become an ideal man when you were never male to begin with?
Okay, so do please note that this was made in a different time, back when these sorts of things were far less accepted.
Wait, what? Did I hear that right? He's not a guy?
I won't throw a tantrum. That accomplishes nothing.
Just like I brought up with kanji, it's an unfortunate fact, but it was made in a different time with different values, blah blah blah, all this fun stuff. Here's the thing, it still doesn't detract from it being a good game. Yes, it hurts to see, but it's ultimately a small part of the greater picture.
How often I've heard those words from the adults. Throwing a tantrum won't solve anything, Naoto-kun, and other such bilge. They made you cry, didn't they? Yet here you are, mimicking those same men. What exactly are you trying to justify? What? It's all right. You needn't suffer anymore. That's why you're undergoing this body alteration procedure to begin with. You throw a tantrum, but it fails to change the situation a single bit. I can quite understand the feeling. After all, I am you.
That's not true!
Naoto, stop.
Don't say it!
It's okay. Let the kids spill the whole thing.
Kanji, no, it's not. I would rather not have to deal with the bosses. Like, this would be so much easier if you would just tell them, hey, unfortunately that is you, and you've got to accept it, otherwise you're going to cause trouble for everybody else. God damn it.
If not, Naoto's just gonna keep hurting. We'll just do our job and kick the Shadow's ass, yeah?
Alright, since you're so insistent,
As
Kanji,
if you know anything about me.
this is on all of you. Unfortunately, I wish I could say that, but to make this just barely possible, I do need to use items.
You'll kick my ass, huh? Fine. Go ahead and try, you lizard-brained imbecile.
Hey, I like my lizard brain. Just like I like my monkey brain.
Save the discussion for later.
Here it comes.
Neuron activations is what I live for.
I am a shadow, the true self. What? Are you sick of yourselves too? Very well. Then let's begin the special operation.
Operation? I hate ouchies!
Have you made up your mind? Then let us commence.
So, Shadow Naoto.
It's a strong one. Don't lower your guard.
Shadow Naoto is neutral to physical, ice, lightning, and wind. Nullifies light and dark like usual. Resistant to fire. Shadow Naoto's skills include every elemental damage. Megadola, though Shadow Naoto does only rarely use it. Muting attack, which counts as almighty. And a few physical-based attacks. So to start all of this off, Diamond Shield. I am basically 10 to 15 levels lower than what I should be for this boss, or than what this boss is. So our best bet right now is to buff up, be able to survive the first volley of attacks. Brave Blade. Okay. That's actually fine. So now that I've got some defense up, I'm going to start erecting magic barriers.
Persona!
Much like with Shadow Mitsuo, basically erecting these preemptively. Mute Ray, that's the almighty attack that I was talking about. It does a lot of damage, it takes away
Senpai's
SP,
persona is sealed.
and more annoyingly, if you're not guarding, it pretty well much guarantees that it causes mute.
I'm sorry.
Counting on you! Persona!
I mean, I wish you would have just Garula'd, that way Yukiko could have Magarula'd and got you back to full health. That's fine. I can tank it. Alright, so back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Magic barrier. So yeah, just getting these erected ahead of time.
Counting on you! Persona!
We'll move on to phase 2 once we get them down to about a fourth of his health, where he'll actually start pulling out those magic skills.
Persona!
Nice dodge. Now, important note. Don't erect a magic barrier on everybody in the party. If you do, when we reach the magic casting phase, Naoto will all but certainly cast Megadola instead of the elemental damages. Alright, so at this point, just going to start buffing up the defenses again. Just bide our time.
Thank you.
Should be hitting the half health mark here in just a minute. Yep, there, or the 4th health mark. So yeah, now he's going to start pulling out those elemental attacks, which happened right about where I was said was going to happen. And whenever he tags somebody with magic, re-erect the wall immediately for as many magic walls as I've got. I can survive the magic attack for the most part.
No, that will never do. Patience must lie still for me to drill proper holes into them.
So he's now going to use Ezo, Element 0, which nullifies all resistances.
Come, Himiko.
Do note that it does not nullify Drain. You still retain your ability to Drain, as far as I remember. Okay, let's get a Tetrakarn down on Yosuke. Once Naoto uses Ezo, she will start using an all-hitting elemental attack. It'll be random, but in my experience, it's usually Mazio. Oh, she'll also use Galgalamize, which is... ooh, good. She dodged. I forgot that she could use Galgalamize. Galgalamize will do the same... It'll deal a massive amount of almighty damage. As well as... okay, so you're doing Mabufudine. I can survive, easy enough. No, I've got Makaracorn, so we're gonna drop on you to protect weaknesses. Because she's gonna do Mabufudine a couple times in a row.
Why must you struggle so much?
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so there goes my once a battle block and attack from Rise. Let's see. Do I have anything to heal the entire party? Yes.
Persona!
Counting on you.
So yeah, we've got her under half health. It's gonna stay about the same until we get her to roughly the 4th health mark. Perfect. Wait, Kiskisa? Oh, that procced my fucking Makaracorn, didn't it? You bitch.
Throw down! Persona!
There!
I was hoping that the nullify damage...
Why won't you lie down and die? You children can't do anything at all.
Didn't proc the reflect. Oh well, make do with what you got. Let's go on and drop a white paprika.
Counting on you.
Which this will stay through Element 0, which she will now reapply that she's at a 4th health left. Or will be soon. Let's see. Do I... No, I don't. What do I do now? What do I do? I diamond shield. And at this point, it's just pure gumption. Just try and out DPS her. If she uses a physical attack against Yukiko or Yosuke, that'll guarantee reflect. There's Izo. With Diamond Shield up, I'm gonna drop a ointment on Yosuke.
Sorry.
Make it so he can survive.
Throw down. Persona.
Or try to, if he doesn't keep wasting his health on physical attacks. Mabufudine, that's fine, because Yukiko can resist that for now.
Someone heal him.
We will go ahead and bead Yosuke.
Sorry. Counting on you.
Because, yeah, at this point, my main role is ensuring the survival of everybody so I can keep my DPS up.
Yosuke-senpai, someone heal him.
I've got it, Jesus.
Thanks. Throw down. Persona.
Another strategy you could do is... That's fine. Another strategy you could do is instead of... I'm not entirely sure I'll be able to survive another Mabufudine. Do I use a turn to get somebody up, or do I use a turn to heal myself? So I'm not entirely sure I'll be able to survive a second Bufudine. Because apparently it does get rid of my drain, which is a problem. I'm not risking it. I'm gonna beat myself. Naoto should be using her turn to recast Izo. And because they... Oh, no, just Bufudine, okay. That works. That works fantastically. Value medicine. So everybody will continue doing their attacks. And if everything goes well, I might finish it this round.
Throw down. Persona.
Power Slash, not exactly what I wanted you to do. And Bufala, if it hits, may kill. Damn. Close. That's fine. That is perfectly fine. Especially since she just came in for some health. So I'm just gonna guard. And this is the end. Shadow Naoto done without level grinding. Hot diggity damn. Now that's all but certainly going to hurt me in the long run,
Girl.
as I do not have the massive stockpile of items to sell to Daidara like I normally would, so going into the next dungeon is gonna be on the rough side.
Are you awake? Where am I? I remember you all arriving, and... That's right. You saw everything. I lost both my parents in an accident. I was still young, so my grandfather took me in. I was inept at making friends, so I spent my time reading detective novels in my grandfather's study. When I grow up,
I'm gonna be an awesome hard-boiled detective.
My parents were proud of their job. I had no qualms about following in their footsteps. An inherited occupation can feel stifling to many, but I welcomed it. I yearned for the day I could be a detective myself. Perhaps I inherited that desire from them as well. I was always alone. Seeing that, my grandfather must have believed it was his duty to help me realize my dream. I secretly aided my grandfather with his clients, and before I knew it, people started calling me Junior Detective. At first I was delighted, but not everything went so smoothly.
What was that you said about you're only a child?
Not everyone welcomes my collaboration when it comes to solving cases. My status as a child was sufficient to offend many of those whom I worked with.
That is unfortunately a massive problem that still plagues society. Older people seem to vehemently dislike the fact that the younger generation is as good at their job, if not better than them. So the most common excuse that they give to prevent somebody from doing something is, you're too young.
Were that the only issue, then it would have resolved itself with time. But though I will one day change from a child to an adult, I will never change from a woman to a man.
Which does bring up another point that I was talking about in Persona 5. It was such, considering how Persona 4, they went to Gekukan High, it was such a missed opportunity to have I personally think the game would have been a little bit more interesting if Naoto was Sai Nijima. Like I said, I brought this up briefly, but it could have made for an interesting plot line, having Naoto lose sight of her beginnings, all that fun stuff in Persona 4, those revelations, because that does happen in becoming an adult. It's just an unfortunate natural side effect of growing up. To then have Naoto work with Joker and the Phantom Thieves as she remembers her time in Persona 4 and how the metaverse was a lot like the TV world. It was such a missed opportunity.
Do you not like being a girl? Is that why you always dress like a boy?
My sex doesn't fit my ideal image of a detective. Besides, the police department is a male-oriented society. If they had the slightest concrete reason to look down on me, no one would need me anymore.
You don't know that.
Hey, you must know already that what you yearn for isn't to become an adult or become a boy.
You're absolutely right. I'm sorry. I kept ignoring you, pretending you didn't exist. But you are me. And I am you. You've always been inside me. What I should yearn for, no. What I must strive for isn't to become a man. It's to accept myself for who I really am.
Bingo bongo. And Naoto gains her persona. Naoto has faced her other self, damn it, and obtained
In any
the
event,
facade.
You're a devious bunch. I can't believe you kept something like this hidden for so long.
Anyway, she has obtained the facade used to overcome life's hardship, the persona Sukuna Hikona? I'm guessing? Anyways, yeah.
No wonder the perpetrator has eluded the police. But it's apparent now. This case is far from over.
Yeah, we've got at least
That's
4
right.
dungeons left.
And you proved it, Naoto. Anyways, we can talk more later. We need to get you out of here.
Sorry, at most 4 dungeons left. 3 if we don't do the golden exclusive dungeon, but we're doing the golden exclusive dungeon.
Sheesh, she really put her life on the line for this.
But without her efforts, we'd never have realized that the culprit is still at large.
You're too freaking reckless, damn it.
I never doubted that you'd all come for me, although the reality turned out to be far beyond what I'd imagined.
What a dumbass. You're no genius at all. We were tearing our hair out over you.
So you did worry about her, Kanji? Oh.
Shut up. Mind your own damn business.
I'll take her home. I don't think she can go back by herself.
It's all right. I can...
No way, Missy! Don't think that doing everything on your own is the adult thing to do. Come on, let's go. Grab on.
So what Rise just said is actually very apt. Everybody thinks that the adult thing is to handle everything on your own without complaining, but everything would be so much easier. People would get along so much better if we would drop that massively outdated notion. It's not that hard to just ask for a little help. You don't even need them to do everything for you. You could just, hey, how do I do this real quick? Or could you give me a hand? You know, it's not that hard. But these outdated notions are still unfortunately prevalent in the world, and it's causing so many problems. Anyways, evening.
Hey! Welcome back.
Sorry.
Drunk
we got
Dachi.
off early today.
Come on, take a seat. They found Naoto-kun. Oh, do you know who Naoto-kun is? He just up and vanished without a word. But it looks like he's back now. Way to put a scare into everyone. Heesh.
Relieved I be.
You don't seem surprised. You didn't already know he was found, did you?
No fighting?
You really ought to do something about that habit of yours, Dojima-san. They go to the same school. Rumors spread fast out here, you know? But man, why'd Naoto-kun disappear? I guess he can be a little difficult. Maybe he got sulky after being given the boot and ran away from home. But I tell ya, I was shocked to hear that he up and vanished like that. If there'd been a 4th kidnapping and murder, we'd be back to square one again.
Adachi.
You know what sucks? We still don't have proof that the Kubo kid murdered anyone besides Mr. Muraoka. How are we gonna make a case like this? I wonder if Dojima-san's instinct is right.
You're about to get your head
Maybe
knocked
there
off,
really
dude.
is another perp out there. The real one.
Adachi, how many times I gotta say it? Quit running your mouth like that.
Well, sorry.
All right, see here. Don't worry about the case. Just go study like a normal student. If
I've already got
you
max
don't-
knowledge. So I'm not going to study.
I'm going to bed.
Night.
Sorry. I killed the mood there.
Yes,
But
you did.
Yeah, I can totally understand why Dojima-san's worried. Just leave the case to us police. You know the problems it could cause if something happened, right? Like, if it happened you were mixed up in it. We'd be real worried.
Are more scary things gonna happen?
No way, Nanako-chan. Everything's all right now.
Absolutely.
We caught the bad man, so no more scary things will happen, right? Everything's just fine.
Okay.
Anyways, your dad's just a worrywart. Leave it to me. You might not know to look at me, but I got the most brains in the whole police department. Oh, was that too hard to understand? Did you get it?
Somehow I seriously doubt you're the smartest in the police department.
Well, now that Dojima-san's gone, I should get going too. Good night.
What does got brains mean?
Means don't worry.
Huh. So things will be alright?
For now. Well, Naoto saved, dungeons completed, no level grinding needed. So let's take a look here. Make ourselves a save. 68 hours, 15 minutes going in. What's today? 9/22. So, yeah, only about 4 hours since entering. Yeah, not bad in the least. We'll see y'all next time.